can see you're up to things, Darren. What is it? I'm losing my fucking shit is what I'm at. What I'm doing is taking apart the DJI's 1 kilowatt fast charger from the starter, because today it stopped working. I only noticed it when we were driving back from Portrush. We're here at the girls' house, and it's where my tools are and stuff, so it's not ideal that it happened today. But the thing is, we didn't get a lot of solar today. I think I woke up at about 28% on the battery life, and it really didn't get much further past 35% all day. So, you know, when the solar's matching the output, and the only output really that it's got during the day is the heating system, which we did have on today actually, because it's bloody freezing. And the other thing it had, what it always runs, is the Starlink, because the Starlink's plugged right into one of the USB-C sockets, because it requires more than 20 watts of power. Typically bounces around 20 to 35. Now it is running like mad in there, because we're now back up on mains, and so it's charging that up, and it's also charging the Jackery 1000, which we run our laptops off. And the plan is being that we won't be doing that soon, well, at some point this year, because I'm going to buy another 2000 watt expansion pack for the DJI Power 2000. That's the plan. So I've been onto Amazon, because I bought this from Amazon because the shipping was going to be quicker. I had originally purchased it off DJI's main website, but that was going to take over like a week and a half, and I thought, no, I'm not doing it. So return, it's still under warranty. I'm not asking for a refund or anything. I just want it fixed, and that's a possibility within the within the Amazon app. So great little bit of customer service. I have a post office. It's like nearly 7 o'clock at night here. I have a post office in a nearby town that's open till 8, so I'm gonna get this stripped out, and then we will get that shipped back, and hopefully I'll have it in a week before we go away again in a couple of, well, we're going to spend a couple of days here while this all gets figured out. Right, so let's get this stripped down. Not gonna lie, that was a pissing nightmare. I don't know what's happened, but the threads on the 1 kilowatt power adapter charger, fast charger, were threaded. Well, not threaded. Yeah, is it that? I couldn't get them to turn round, which was a nightmare. And one of them, I don't know what's happened during, it must be just because of driving, I don't know, but I couldn't even, I dismantled the front end to try and get from underneath to twist it off. I've lost me long nose pliers for, I don't know what I've done with them. I've put them away somewhere, too good. And now I can't find the feckin' things. So I couldn't even get in there to twist the thread a little bit. Not that it was moving anyway. I think something's happened. Oh, we'll see how this repair goes, essentially. Otherwise, I'm going to be hit with trying to find... I'll probably, if needs be, I'll take the hit on the repair and, replace it. Because what I should have done, I should have got the solar panel one that has, so there's two models. There's one that just takes the 12 volt charge, converts it into 1 kilowatt. And then there's one that does that as well as runs your solar, so it has a solar input. So all I would really need to get is two connectors to the ends of my solar panels, because at the minute I'm using an RTC connector. But anyway, it's done. Well, it's off. It took me that long I didn't even get a chance to get to the post office. What a feckin' bollocks. But in other news, I have managed to rewire my 12-volt socket, my USB-A, above the cab, which I'm happy with. It's finally working. I'm gonna order. I've got some nice. Hang on, let me show you. So I've got these sprinkly twinklies here, and I've got another set on the other side behind you for this floral stuff. Mrs. M loves it, and to be honest, I quite like it myself. So I'm gonna get another one because the one that I had in here was just a temporary solution. I mean, it still works, but it doesn't match the aesthetics because that one glows a soft yellow. And this is obviously a soft white. So I'm going to order another one of them from the Amazons.com or .co.uk. Right, so do I put the van back together or do I just leave this as is? Because when Mrs. M comes in at night now, she'll probably just plonk her ass here on this little sofa. I usually sit over there, but not right at the minute. There's the rain on again. Fuck's sake. So what I'm going to do is just put everything away. I've used literally every feckin' tool in my toolbox just to get this going, right? I've got stuff to... Oh, is that the right way around? Yes, of course it is. It just needs to move further down. I've used every feckin' tool in my toolbox. I've done all my electrics. I've used multiple boxes of tools. I've also used a split connectors to wire up the 12 volt. I've used shrink plastic to protect the connector down there. Oh, which reminds me, I need to plastic tie that. And I even had a friend come around, but I couldn't even get near him because just busy with. Oh, I'd already started. And I knew if I didn't, if I stopped, I'd never get back to it because that's just who I am. So let's get this nice and tidy. I just don't want shit to come loose because when you're driving around, shit does tend to wobble free. I like to belt and braces everything. Oh. So that little job down there, that little USB socket above my cab, it's on demo mode, that has not worked consistently since Christmas for unknown reasons. I don't know why. So it's always been a bugbear of mine that you go to all that effort to do this and have these amazing ideas, and then all of a sudden they fail. So I've got a ton of cable. This is the, I think what happened was, because this is what I do, right? I chop cable to the length I think it needs to be, only to discover later on that no, it needed to be either longer or shorter. So this time I cut nothing. And lo and behold, it's now snip bitch. Now I'm just getting rid of all the dead ends, and this will go in my spare wiring pile, which is what this is like. There's a good meter there. Knowing me, I'll need a meter of this stuff in the future, and I'll have to spend £6 or something on Amazon just to get a bit, and I'll have cursed myself because I knew a year ago I threw it out, but I'm not going to, because I'm a secret hoarder, and it's what me is. So I'm just going to trim this down here. I don't even know, that might have just come loose as I was pulling it, feeding it back through, I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to keep it, and then I've got some bits and pieces to take back to return to Amazon from that rear light cluster repair that I did a couple of weeks ago before I went to Thailand, which is also the second part of the video, which is already live now by the time you get to see this. I still need to edit it. I am so far behind. Plus I've got so many projects that I want to run with Claude AI on my website. which you can subscribe to directly below this video description, in the description. Oh, for God's sake. Snip, you bitch! So I'm just cutting off all the ends. There you go, there's another 2 meters there. If not more, 3 meter bit of cable. And that little bit there. I have a box purely for cabling. Now this is twisted pair. I think it's 10 amp. But more than what I need, because it's only running 2 lamps up, 2 lights. Well, it's running my CCTV that points it's running my CCTV that runs the interior camera. And oh, that's another thing. Actually, while I'm ripping all this to bits, I might run my projector off. Yeah, sod it. I'm going to run my projector off my Power 2000, DJI Power 2000s, because I've got a cable running to a 240 volt. So when we're hooked up, I've got the mains on, then it charges this mini projector. But that only runs for about 2 hours. But if I run it directly off the power bank, that'll be awesome. Me genius knows no bounds. So if I just unhook this here, let's give it a go actually and just see if it stays white. Oh, my back, because I'm bending around things. Let me get my torch. Right, what have we got here? Oh, yeah, I think this will definitely work. I'm going to route the projector into the power bank because I've got 3 USB-C sockets which are high output, like 120 amps, some of them, or something like that. So it makes sense just to have that projector constantly running, prepared off that. Why didn't I think of that before? Me's an idiot. See the crack in my hole? Here. Looking for a white light. That's not good. It's red. Let's try another one. White light, red. Don't know why that is. Let's have a power on and see if it's actually looking to charge. What I'm looking for, I've got the screen on over here. Let me show you. So that's actually a good sign. That's the logo. Let me just turn that off. Yeah, sorry, it's flickering because of the refresh rate's different. But yeah, that's a good sign. That's green. I do know it's I do know it's got power, but I just want to make sure. So this is what it's like to have a home cinema. You just pull the screen down here. It's basically a window blind. And then you just set your projector to fit that aspect ratio on your drop down blind. It's pure genius. Another genius idea of my own. Yeah, I've talked about what I've done, but I haven't actually showed you what I've done. What I've done is, in that space there went the DJI 1 kilowatt fast charger. So I've taken that out. That's the negative from it. I've had to snip it because it was fucking threaded, so I couldn't get it off. So I'm going to put a new connector onto that. And then what I've also done is I've put a 12 volt cable through. That's the positive, and there's the negative going into the negative bus bar. But that cable there goes down through there in this channel, which is this board needs to go back on, which then feeds this USB double adapter. And in here, I'll just move me walkie-talkies. In here is a fake battery box, which I can power on, I think, which will then do me twinkaloos above the cab. Now I don't like them lights. Those are all Christmas lights that we had from last year. They are just bought on a whim, which I shouldn't have done. But if you watch the colour, yellow, 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 white. And they operate off this little USB adapter, little button on there, but they also run off a remote control. That's what I've been up to tonight. Just taking a 1 kilowatt adapter out. I've got to now put that partition board between the cab and the coach, put that back together, and then do you know what, I might just put the cushion. It takes 5 minutes. I'll put that all back together for now, and then I'll take it all apart again when they send me the repaired 1 kilowatt charger adapter thing. So this has been eventful. and I've been at this for 2.5 hours. Because I'm methodical and my brain doesn't work the way normal people's brain works. I sort of half fix other things as I get distracted, which is just me, I guess. Right, thanks for watching, and I will see thee in the next one, or I have no clue what's going to happen. In fact, it'll be an update on what the 1 kilowatt charge repair looks like, and if I get any feedback for actually fucking threading that screw. They can solder it off and replace the thing, or even just send me out a new one. That's what they're going to do anyway, let's be honest. Right, I'll see you next time, guys. Don't forget, like and subscribe and all that jazz. And here's a video over here of some stuff, and if you want a little subscribe, there'll be a little bubble around here somewhere. Click on that.